A lot of credit cards are starting to offer perks related to food delivery services. Which credit cards offer the best perks? What are kind of the whole arrangements here? We're going to talk about it today. My name is Sean. I'm here.
Hi everyone, I'm Sherwin, the other half of the Credit Card BS podcast. Today's topic, the full guide to food delivery perks from credit cards. Now, this can get a bit confusing, so buckle in. We're going to go through all the details for the major programs, starting with American Express. They have a partnership, first of all, with Uber, specifically Uber Eats. You can use these credits at. So on the personal platinum card, you get $200 in Uber credits each year. They're broken down monthly, so that's $15 a month, but in December it goes up to $35 a month. How it works is it's not like a statement credit that gets applied on the Amex side. Rather, you simply add your personal platinum card info to your Uber wallet account, and then you get the $15 each month in the form of Uber cash that can be spent on both rides as well as Uber Eats. They do expire monthly and they don't roll over, so make sure you use them every month. Now, there is a trick I like to use for this because $15 is really not a lot if you're doing delivery. Once you add up all those crazy fees, especially in California where I live. So I usually try to do pickup and just like one item or two and get it as close as possible to $15. So I'm not spending more money than I need to. But I will say realistically, it's $200 in Uber credits, but I would not value, if you're using this for Uber Eats, I would not value this as $200 straight cash because A, food prices on Uber Eats are going to be more expensive than ordering from a restaurant generally. And B, it's very impossible to like get it to $15 a month exactly perfectly. You're most likely going to be spending a bit of extra money here and there. So keep that in mind when you use it. Sean, anything to add about the Uber
Yeah,
credits?
I'm curious. I remember reading, and I forget if they actually ended up like how the policy on this works. But didn't they end up making it so that to use the Uber Cash, you have to charge it on the card that provides the Uber Cash? Do you remember
I think
that?
you have to charge it on an MX card. It doesn't have to
Got it.
be
It
the
doesn't have to be the Amex.
platinum
Okay,
card.
okay. Because
But yes,
that's
they
important for
changed
people
that
that might have.
recently.
Okay,
Yeah,
because
when
that's
you
yeah.
check out, it'll show you if your $15 monthly Amex credit is being applied, so make sure you double check. But it shows pretty clearly on the app.
Yeah, because that's very important for people that have like multiple Amex cards, right? Multiple platinums or things like that.
So what about if you have the Amex Gold? Are there any food delivery perks for that?
Yeah, so the Amex Gold does have the $10 monthly dining credit, which associated with it. That's like very limited in the scope, but can be used for Grubhub, which is I don't know how you're going to be able to eat all that food with $10 at Grubhub, but you can do that. So I mean, in this case, it would mainly be for like pickup, or if you're doing delivery, you're kind of just covering like the delivery fee, the extra
Yeah,
processing fee, and like a bit of the tip, I guess. So it's like, oh, okay, I can order off Grubhub without like paying extra once a month. Is like
I
one
believe
way to
this
view
one
it.
is a statement credit on the Amex side, so
Yeah,
you're
you
not
have to
credited
charge
on
it.
the Grubhub side. But I will say, if you are someone who already orders food delivery anyway and like are expecting to spend this on a monthly basis, then sure, it's just like a good discount or credit toward it. But if you're someone like me that doesn't really use this unless I have to because a credit is expiring and forcing me to, you're going to end up spending more money than you would otherwise. So just keep that in mind. Anything
Yeah,
else
and
with Amex?
I
Oh, go
forget.
ahead.
Did you mention that like the Amex Gold, of course, also comes with the $10 a month in Uber credits? So the same thing as the Platinum, so you can stack those.
Got it. Yeah, yeah. And $25 a month is gonna cover you more than $50 for sure.
Yeah.
Um, let's move on to Chase. So Chase has a partnership with DoorDash, and they've recently changed the terms of this partnership, and it's quite confusing. So we're gonna walk through these changes one by one. So first of all, it's very interesting that you get perks even if you don't have one of their you are earning cards. So like a co-branded card, like a Hyatt card or Bonvoy Boundless, you'll also get some of these perks. So let's start with if you have a Sapphire Reserve, you get free Dash Pass through December 31st, 2027, or a minimum of 1 year. And then you get a puzzling two $10 promos monthly, but these promos can only be used at non-restaurants. So think like grocery delivery or whatever. And there are two $10 promos, so you can't do one order for $20. It needs to be two separate like grocery type orders within the same month to be able to use both of them separately. And it's like a coupon that you apply. And you activate this by adding the CSR to your like wallet payment method on DoorDash, by the way. In addition, you get one $5 promo for restaurants monthly. So if you add the two $10 promos for non-restaurants and the $5 promo monthly for the restaurants, that is $25 a month. So theoretically, this is a $300 annual credit broken up in $10 and $5 increments, right, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's totally worth 25. I mean, God, I don't know. I feel bad for, for Chase. They're just giving up so much in these credits that are totally being like fully utilized every month.
Yeah,
I mean,
one thing I'm
ridiculous.
Yeah, one thing I'm very annoyed by is they added the non-restaurant promos recently because your partnership with Instacart ended, I assumed. But with Instacart, you can pick up your groceries and not have to deal with the bunch of delivery fees if you don't want to pay those. But at least in my area, all the DoorDash like non-restaurant grocery options are like pickup only. So I end up just like not using them because like once I add up all the fees and whatever, like it barely even offsets these credits. I think if they combine the two $10 promos into one $20 promo, maybe I can more justify using it. But having to pay like the delivery fees on two separate trips as someone who's not already using grocery delivery is unusable for me personally.
Yeah, these credits, I mean, essentially are like borderline useless. Like, sure, if something comes up and you end up using it organically, great. But these are a credit that like I would have no problem just not using every month. Like zero issue.
Yeah.
There's no like, oh, I got to use my like, at the Uber credits, like, okay, I feel like I got to use those at least, right? Because I can like pick up the food or something like that. This is literally like, if this expires every month, it's like, that's kind of expected for me.
Also, the restaurant promo, the $5 monthly, no longer rolls over from month to month. So it is a use it or lose it, $5 every month. I think previously they used to let you roll over up to 3 months, DoorDash, but with these new changes, that is no longer the case. So, I don't know what you can get $5 on DoorDash, but if you figure it out, please let me know in the comments. So if you have the Sapphire Preferred, you get one $10 non-restaurant promo monthly, as opposed to two with the Reserve. Same thing, actually different thing for Freedom and Slate cards. You get one $10 promo quarterly. Wow. And then if you have a co-branded credit card, is also one $10 promo quarterly. Yes, and then you also get a bunch of Dash Pass benefits that have weird expiration dates and validity durations that I'm not going to get into because you can look that up yourself, and it's probably not worth the effort for many people. It's my take. Sean, any other remaining thoughts about the Chase DoorDash partnership?
Trash. I mean, it's basically just trash. This is those type of promos that you really start to question a little bit. Why go through all of this? I mean, maybe there are some Chase people out there that are like, oh my God, this $10 a month promo is the reason I love my Chase card. But this just seems like an unnecessary burden for all parties. It's like, is it really worth the negotiation between Chase and DoorDash? Like the value to the user is so like ridiculously small and so ridiculously situational. It's almost like insulting to me as a customer that you think it's something I care about. I don't know, but it's like, sure, the Dash Pass, okay, that's like fine, whatever. For free Dash Pass, fine. Fairly useful, whatever. But like these promos are like, I mean, I guess it's an add-on, but like, okay, for the fact that like, I think the part that's like the weirdest is like for the no annual fee cards, fine, whatever, right? No annual fee benefit, don't care, fine, add it on, maybe I'll use it, maybe I don't. But to like escalate it up for the premium cards, but in such a useless way, like really, oh wow, I get one extra monthly non-restaurant promo, and I get a whole $5. Like, dude, why even put that in there? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It just comes off as like.
They put that in there. So I think they put that in there so they can market themselves as giving $300 of DoorDash credit for Sapphire Reserve, which is total bogus, right? So then they can sort of say, look, the annual fee pays for itself on Reserve if you use all these minuscule credits, and then I bet they're not even paying DoorDash that much money to offer these promos
I bet
because
DoorDash, if anything, they're paying nothing, or DoorDash might even be paying Chase for the PR of it.
right, like if you're giving like a $5 monthly restaurant promo, like that's just gonna cause people to spend more money with DoorDash beyond those
Exactly.
$5 because you can't get anything for $5, which I think is actually the whole intention of why the program is structured the way it is. So anyway, let's wrap up here. Let us know if you use these perks or if you find them useful. We certainly don't. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to the channel and give us a like. If you're interested in getting any credit card, please consider using one of the links down in the description below. It greatly helps support us. And Sean, why don't you plug our Discord?
Yes, if you want to connect with an elite group of award travelers entirely for free, check out the Travel Lane Discord group at the link in the description. You will learn a ton, I promise you. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next week.